tell me, Ravi. In September, both you and Virat got admonished by the BCCI for attending a book launch in London. I'm sorry. I think you unfortunately you had COVID also at that point of time, and there was a talk of a bubble. There was this whole implicit, the whole implicit understory there, which is not told, which is that Virat and Ravi Shastri have become a law unto themselves. They do what they want, and the whole series gets compromised. There are media reports all over the place, and they do what they want, and the rest of the system is here to handle the mess. That is it may not have been written, but that's the story that I read as a journalist when I see all those articles. What happened? Why were you admonished? How did it affect you? How did it affect Virat? Was there tension? Please, can you share more about what happened then? A lot was written about.
I'll tell you. First of all, Boris Johnson opened England on the 19th of July. So when it comes to you telling me that there was a bubble, there was no bubble. So let me tell you, first address that. There was no bubble. The country was open. We went to Leeds. We stayed in a hotel where there was entire public on the floor. We used the same lifts as the people staying in the hotel. We came back to London. It's all open. You could go where you want. Okay. Certain places, which I cannot mention now, we were told not to go to by the anti-corruption unit or the security or whatever. But otherwise, everything was open. So in that book launch, I was the only guy who got COVID. That's what the media thinks. But I think I got that in Leeds because of the incubation period that took place for 3-4 days. 7-8 days, what it takes. I got it around the 3rd or 4th. And my book launch was on the 31st. And it was a beautiful book launch, attended by about 200, 300 people, very distinguished guests from all sections of society. And I was the only guy who got it. And if someone else got it, I don't know. But I know I'm the only guy who got it because I've got friends who came there. They were all fine. And when we were playing a test at the Oval after that, now this is very important. We were going up a staircase that was used by the public, and over 5,000 people were sitting in that stand. So up and down that staircase or through the lifts, there was spectators going up and down. So if someone says that's a bubble, I'll say, take a walk. So and COVID, as you know, you've got it. It can come from anywhere. Then our physio got it. Now physio got it about 8-10 days later on his way to Manchester. And he got it. Now, where he got it from, again, you're talking of, it's very easy to say book launch. Where did he get it from? It could have been anywhere in the public. And so many people have got it and will get it in the future. People will get it in spite of the bubble. Let me assure you that. So, it's a question of letting people know what is the truth. So don't create stories by saying there was a bubble. There was no bubble.
No, the way it was written, the coach and the captain, the captain will be asked to explain the circumstances after the 4th test.
There's no explanation needed. There was no explanation needed because this was facts that were not being put out.
No, but the way I'm reading articles, the way written, ever since the news broke, leaked images of Shastri along with Virat Kohli and Cheteshwar Pujara attending a public event have found their way to the internet. Almost as if you were caught red-handed. Were stories being planted? Was a certain section of the media also
Absolutely.
after you?
Oh, big time planting. Puji? You mentioned Pujara. You think Pujara will break a rule? You think he will break a rule? Now that immediately tells me that's a serious plant.